welcome back. I hope you had a really great time last week lilting along with those jigs. Well, we're back here at week 9 and we're going to finally get you started on a jig. But just to kind of get the motor running, would you guys lilt a little bit with me, okay? I'm going to sing the first measure here, okay? Here's your job, okay? Yup-a-da-da-ba-da. That was hard, right? Give it a go. Yup-a-da-da-ba-da. Okay, so I'm going to do a little call and response. I'll say yup-a-da-da-ba-da, and you say yup-a-da-da-ba-da. I think we can do that. Here we go. Yup-a-da-da-ba-da. 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 Very nice. Can we do the same thing with your fiddle? Just open it. Here we go. Yup-a-da-da-ba-da. Excellent. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this new tune here. It's called East at Glendart. And here's your part pattern. Here's your map, so you can kind of see where we're going. Each of those blocks is a measure, but you'll see I kind of gave them a bit of an outline too to show you that it's a bit more like having 4 blocks with 2 measures in each. They're pretty similar. They all start the same. So let's start with that red block, that A solo that we love so much. Rhythmically, it's 2 sets of 3/8 notes. So it's the maximum number of 1/8 notes you can get in a measure. So we go. So it's B, A, F sharp, A, D, D. Again. How about twice? Go. So there's that solo that you can use later on if you want to practice it on your own. Now the orange blocks, you'll see I kind of gave them slightly different tints of orange. We'll do the light orange ones, which come right after that first red. And that takes you back to that F sharp. I kind of think of that as a valley, right? You start high, you get a little low, and you come back high again. So that's a bit of a valley. And then release all your fingers and walk right back up the hill. Okay? And that's D, F sharp, A. So that light orange block goes F sharp, E, F sharp, D, F sharp, A. We'll do it again. Twice through, please. Excellent. I am going to move right along to that darker orange and does start on that F sharp again, but it's so much easier. We just stay put. We just go. Oh, did you hear that? Was that the same rhythm we did before? Not quite, is it? It's the 1 and 2, right? So the first beat is 3/8 notes, and the second beat is a long short. How nice is that? So let's give that a go. Yup-a-da-da. And your notes are F sharp, E, 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 A. We'll do it twice, I think. Brilliant. That's just about everything. We do have our big old ending to do. And this one, we're going to roll down the hill. Start at that D. We're in the key of D, so we might as well start on it here. Here's your ending. The first measure is... So if it helps at all, we're going to roll down the hill, but we're not going to pick up any G's. We're not going to pick up any grass. Skip it. And you end on that E, right? So 6 notes. 1. Very nice. And you remember that we just did? That's just right above that second bar of the ending. Now you're just going to change the last note, and it's going to be, so it's F sharp, D, D, D. All right. So your whole A part, I'm going to play it twice, and you can choose to play along however you'd like. Pick a solo, pick a couple solos. See if you can play the first note of every measure. That would be a really good way to figure this out, wouldn't it? Okay, here we go. There's our A part for East at Glendart. One of the top questions I get asked all the time is, well, how on earth do you bow these tunes? Like, you can go find yourself a tune book, you can go listen to some stuff, and you can figure out all your notes, but how do you make it sound like it has that oomph, like it has that lilt, that lift, that nya? There's a whole bunch of different words out there to describe that chug that we get when we play tunes like this. Well, bowing is part of it, and while I will not give you explicit bowings, because absolutely zero fiddle players out there figure out their bowings ahead of time, ask anyone, I will give you patterns, bowing patterns, just like the polka bow. We're going to kind of use that here, but we're not going to use it in the same spot. We're going to use a pretty popular convention in Irish music, and we're going to slur into the beat. Now in jig time, there's two beats, right? There's beat one and there's beat two. So you go one and two and two and two and. So that would be slurring into beat one. But what I find to be kind of fun and the most effective at making your sound like really pop is to slur into that beat two. So it's a new experience for a lot of people, and you'll go one and one and one and and it's pretty exciting. I would like to challenge you to try that with East at Glendart. Now, not only are we going to slur, may I remind you, but we can apply that polka bow where we kind of add a little pressure to that second note in the group, right? So with the first measure, that red block, and we go from F sharp to A. Let's try that again. Make it as loud and proud as you like. Now, here's the funny thing. The next measure starts up bow. F sharp to open D. So this is kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. This is tricky. So please take this slow. Be careful with it. All right. I'm going to take you through the whole tune. I will take it a bit slower. And since, let's see, we do have kind of uneven beats at the end, right? We have the long, short. So what we'll do with those is it'll start up. Maybe we won't slur into that one, okay? We'll just try to keep it safe. So you're going to do 3 slurred measures followed by a non-slurred measure. Here we go. Slur. 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 No slur. Up. Slur. 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 No slur. Again. So if you want to practice that on something that you know really well before working on this new tune, East at Glendart, Twinkle as always is your friend, right? So we could practice slurring into the first beat of the measure by going 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And you'll notice that I do it so that we slur into a new note. All right. The way that we can kind of get around that with, I think we can anyway. Should we try it to get into the middle? Let's see. There we go. I just play a little higher note in the middle. And that's way fun, right? Do not do this yet until you get really good at it. But when you go a little faster, it sounds like this. Okay, so that's just so you know where we're heading. Next week, we will do some more of that. We will finish up East at Glendart with that B part. And if some of you guys are ambitious and want to know how we treat the slurs across the same notes, I'm going to let you try to figure that out, and I'll clarify week 10. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.